The next two stories. You're like, Jason, that's a terrible way to have a Halloween episode. You just told us a spooky story and then you dismissed everything. Well, the next story we're going to talk about is also ghost related. I believe it's true, as in, I believe this woman believes it's true. The Flight 401 story, it could have been all completely made up and just in an author's head, but this story, I believe, is 100% true. That the woman believes it's true. So we're going to go to Britain now. So hop in. You know, the Carpenter copter is in the shop. I don't want to go flying right now. So let's take the rabbit rowboat. And I know it's going to be a long journey, but I don't feel like flying after that last story. So we're in the rabbit rowboat, and we'll hire some dude. We'll hire a ghost to row us across the ocean. I assume everyone is, when you're listening to the show, you're just in my neighborhood. And you're like, dude, I'm in Lithuania. Well, you're in my neighborhood right now. So we're hopping in the rabbit rowboat, and we have to go all the way around the tip of South America. I know, it's a poorly planned out trip. But eventually we get to Britain. And there we meet a young woman named Amethyst Realm. That is like a psychic name and a stripper name mixed together. Coincidentally, she is a psychic. So this woman was married, and she's like, you know what? I need to try something else. This mortal man is not doing it for me anymore. And so she had sex with a ghost. And she's like, whoa, that was the best sex I've ever had. So she actually divorced her husband and began hooking up with ghosts. Now, you'd think, Jason, I can understand someone being lucky enough to have sex with one ghost. She's hooked up with 15 to 20 ghosts. So she's getting around. I don't want to slut shame, but 15 to 20 ghosts. I mean, okay. I'm going to be clear right now. She's just masturbating. That's all she's doing. She's masturbating and pretending a ghost is having sex with her. And then she's saying there's a ghost. So by that metric, I've had sex with 1,000,000 ghosts. But that aside, she's masturbating and she's saying that she's banging ghosts. Now, you're like, okay, crazy woman. That's fine. But there's another twist to this story, of course. So she's been dating the same ghost for a while now. And they went to Australia. Actually, no, she met him in Australia, I believe. And he flew home with her in a jet. Hey, ghost on an airplane. I didn't even plan that. She flew home with him, and they, according to her, had sex in the bathroom. Now, again, she just masturbated in the bathroom. But she goes to the bathroom. She's got all hot and bothered. She goes in there. Her ghost lover comes in. There's a ghost watching from the oven. He's like, oh, yeah, this is so hot. So anyways, she bangs this ghost on an airplane. They've been dating for 9 months. Now, she's getting ready to marry the ghost. She's getting ready to marry him. I'm assuming it's a dude. So she's going to marry this ghost. And from what I saw, the ghost didn't have a name. The ghost doesn't have a name from what I saw. I could have just missed it, but I've read several articles about this young woman. She's getting ready to marry this ghost, and she had the quote, she's like, it's not traditional, it's not like he got down on one knee, because he doesn't have any. Why does he only manifest from the knees up? If he only manifests from the knees up, does he stand how tall is he? Does he walk on his knees, or does he float a good foot off the ground? How does this work? I'm glad that's my main question. Anyways, it's not a traditional marriage. He can't get down on his knee because he doesn't have one. And if you thought that lunacy wasn't enough, Amethyst Realm is planning to have his baby. Yes, she believes in a thing called phantom pregnancy, which women have all the time, where they get impregnated by ghosts. But they don't carry them to full term because they don't believe in them. But if she believes in them, this ghost can get her pregnant. She can have a ghost baby. The power of imagination is a wonderful thing. And the power of sexual fantasies is great as well. Her friends and her family, they're like, oh, she's always been a little off, but we totally support her in anything she does. And that's fair. She's not hurting anybody. If I had a friend who was trying to get knocked up by a ghost, I'd probably be a little bit concerned, but if I knew all her life she believed in ghosts and spirits and all that stuff, and then she'd been telling me she was sleeping around with these ghost men, by the time she got to having a ghost baby, I probably would have become pretty calloused to her lunacy. She is planning on having this ghost baby. Now, I'm assuming, because I've read stuff like this for so long, I'm never going to see this woman appear again in the newspaper. It would be interesting, though, to watch her, like, gain a bunch of weight. Just like those bridesmaids. Just like, maybe she'll be wearing a tight dress and it gets tighter on her. But I'm assuming she's just simply going to put on a bunch of weight and then say a baby came out at some point. I think that's what's going to happen. She's just going to be eating donuts until she gets a bit of a belly. And then she's going to be like, it's been 9 months since I started eating jelly donuts. I just gave birth to this baby. And she's going to hold air. And at that point, everyone has to decide whether or not to just go along with it. Do you change a baby's ghost's diapers? Does a baby ghost go to school? Oh, does a baby ghost breastfeed? These are all interesting questions. Will the baby ghost have knees? Will it be like Casper and just kind of be... Oh, Amethyst. You wacky girl. Again, this is fairly harmless. As long as she doesn't come to the conclusion that to be with her husband and her unborn child, non-born child, however you want to put it, is to become a ghost herself, now that's when obviously you intervene. But other than that, she's just an interesting personality. Will she have a ghost umbilical cord? There's a lot of questions I have about the physics of a ghost in general, but the idea of a ghost baby. Where do you buy clothes for a ghost baby? That was a clip from our daily podcast, Dead Rabbit Radio. Dead Rabbit Radio is available anywhere that you listen to podcasts. It's daily paranormal, conspiracy, and true crime news. If you want to hear the full episode that this clip came from, check the link below. Please like and subscribe. And hit that little bell, too. That does some magical stuff. Thanks, guys.